Hello everyone, welcome to part 2. I have reset myself and I am back to the hole that I mentioned from the first recording. So you'll notice that arc that I was mentioning right there. So in order to get to the next resource area, instead of going left and keeping the arc kind of in the left center of my screen, I'm now going to point myself right, facing the mushrooms right there. So looking down, I can see that, and then I want to look right up towards this box, right over there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go forward, keeping the kelp on my right, just like the first time. And I'm just going to go straight. You won't have this waypoint, so keep that in mind, that you're just going to use all this as your navigation. You'll notice more of the red floor below you. You're going to see a little hill here, I guess you can call it. And you saw that box, I hope, that I passed by. There's a small crevice here. You'll know in the right spot when you see that. You're going to go straight and into this little kelp area. You'll notice this sticking straight up. That tells you you're in the correct area as well. You're going to keep going forward. Keep going forward and make sure you stay at roughly 50 to 100 meters, just enough so you can see the area below you. Now, if you've done everything correctly and followed all these land parts, you should find these mushrooms off to your left. You want to keep going forward from there, keeping them on your left. Head straight to this big hill and keep going forward. When you see this gigantic thing right here and all this red floor, point yourself right, swing around, and continue going forward. It's only going to be a slight turn to the right. Now, you'll notice more mushrooms here on your left, and then this big piece of wreckage sitting right on top. If you see this big piece of wreckage, you know you're continuing on the correct path. So keep going straight from here. And we're going to go over here. You'll notice a ledge right here where my prawn suit is sitting. You won't have this more than likely once you get to the spot, but just in case, remember, it's the wreckage sitting up there. Look for this ledge. You want to make a beacon here if you don't have a prawn suit. And actually make beacons in the other areas that I mentioned too, just so you can navigate easier. Now, I'm going to get out of the Seamoth and I'm going to get into the prawn. The prawn is going to be much different than what you're used to. Because unlike the Seamoth and other vehicles in this game, it walks. It does not drive around like a hover. So, once you're on this ledge, you're going to look straight down, and you can actually tell if you're headed to the right direction by getting out of the prawn, looking straight down. You should see a shelf right below you. Make note of that. That's where you want to drop. So we're just going to go straight down, like so. Notice I did not use the jets on this thing. Should be able to do without your jets. Now, I would recommend setting a beacon up on this shelf as well. Because once you're in the prawn suit, it's going to be a very different way of getting in and out of this resource area. Okay, so once beacon is set, you're going to do another immediate drop. and you're going to want to turn left slightly each time that you're coming down. You should eventually see this on your way down. Now, I've placed a beacon right there to let me know. Seriously? To let me know that I'm pointed in the right direction. So once you see this, you can walk a little bit forward, and you'll notice that there's 2 entries and exits to this place, I guess you can say. Seriously? Are these fish? And so you're going to want to do the right one. Now I'm going to hit stop recording here and move on to the next part.